Chris and Sarah, recovery crews returned to the frigid waters this afternoon, but still have no signs of the two men or the canoe. A tank transporter will be used to pull the bulldozer out. Right now, they're cutting a trench through the ice more than 600 feet out to where the bulldozer is. The DNR suggests removing food sources like bird feeders and garbages to keep them away and to keep your distance, which is what I'm going to do. Even though overall Postal Service usage is down, political mail is seeing an all-time high, with more than 2 billion campaign ads reaching our mailboxes. Police say Schuler forged a signature on her background check to get her daycare license and could now face up to 3 years in prison. Diseases from any wild animal contact are a big concern. Police say to keep animals out of your dumpster, make sure the lid's completely closed, or better yet, locked. And wait until pickup day to take out the trash. Nikki and Chris, we're used to seeing troopers catch speeders like this with a radar gun just off the interstate. But with traffic picking up, officers are taking to the skies to catch illegal activity from above. A WEAU employee found that the key to her Eau Claire home and the key to her friend's home in Elk Mound, 12 miles away, are nearly identical and can open each other's doors.
I had a gut feeling.
Scott Moldenhauer says he knew something odd was going on when no one had heard from his friend Brian Helgeson for about a week.
Not like him to just disappear.
With Brian's son on the run, then arrested last night, word from the Sheriff's Department today confirms Scott's biggest fear.
Unfortunately, we received information, and then we also recovered remains yesterday of a person on the property believed to be Brian.
I don't understand. I don't know how something like this could happen.
With help from bloodhounds and witnesses, investigators dug to find a body they think is Brian.
We do have to do some more work on properly, taking care of the identification. That's why we say believed to be Brian. We're currently still at the scene collecting evidence.
With a court case for Lars Helgeson pending, Scott reflected on his friend.
Well, Brian, like myself, was a biker, but he is so far from the image of being a biker. You know, very true-hearted. More than happy to give people rides on his trike, kind of a happy-go-lucky guy. He was Brian. There was no way around it. And that trike, you always knew it was him when he rolled in.
With Brian's wheels no longer turning, Scott is now faced with a grim reality.
It's very difficult to even think that somebody could do this to him.
We've been provided with some possible motives, but nothing that we've been able to confirm at this point.
What is he thinking? What's the drive to take someone else's life? I don't care about how. That doesn't matter. Brian's gone. The biggest thing would be to know why. Gonna miss him. He's a great brother.
No court dates for Lars have been set. Investigators say criminal charges could be filed in the next few days.
It's been amazing the way she has just started sewing a simple line and has just gone from there.
Sherry Smith says her daughter Mindy found a new passion in life about 6 years ago when Sherry owned a quilting shop in Neilsville.
It's really brought Mindy and I a lot closer to be able to do this together. We really enjoy sewing together. She's made probably 10 to 12 quilts, pillowcases, bags, purses.
Mindy has given several quilts away to family, but 2 more can be won on Sunday at an event close to her heart.
I just want to let them know that they're not the only ones that are born with Down syndrome.
And she'll be sharing that message at the Down Syndrome Awareness Walk in Chippewa Falls with her husband of 7 years, Joe Frenette. They met at a football game when Joe was in high school.
He said hi to me, and he introduced me. His name is Joe, and then when the game is over with, he went to his mom's house. And he said, "I found my first love."
Did you feel the same way?
Yes.
Mindy's a pretty outspoken, stubborn person.
I probably design anything that I wish.
I like designs.
She made you any quilts?
No.
Yes, I did. I get things off my mind from work, and I relax when I sew.
If I would have seen a couple like them Ken and I, when Mindy was little, I think we would have been very encouraged by that. There's nothing they can't do. They may not be able to do it today, but they'll do it tomorrow.
Don't judge them what they are, and just be yourself.
In Willard, Joe Nelson, WEAU 13 News.
My oldest one is 6 and my youngest one is 4 today. So it's her birthday today.
Turning 4, PJ Greengrass and her grandparents and sister came to celebrate with her mom.
She's real, I'd say, spunky, like outgoing and stuff like that. So they're fun, awesome kids. Happy birthday!
How do you know?
Because I'm a psychic.
It was the first time Marcella Redbird of Black River Falls had been in the same room with her daughter since she was sent to jail in June, 2 years after making a damaging and dangerous mistake.
I was just intoxicated and trying to go home, and I picked my kids up on the way home, and I just must have fell asleep at the wheel. It was bad. My oldest one got hurt. She got a broken arm. Well, we went to the hospital, and the next day I end up coming here.
Her parents have been taking care of Sella and PJ.
I don't know if she understands it by now, but knowing she's hurting is the kids.
Robert Willie of Chippewa Falls was arrested last fall for his 4th OWI in 5 years, sentenced to a year in jail, but he's not the only one being punished. His 5-year-old son, Jarek, was without his dad.
My number one question is, how's he doing? You know, what's he been doing? Is school going good? And, you know, has he been listening to his mom? And, you know, just all those questions.
Marcella and Robert are just 2 of more than 1 million inmates nationwide with kids under 18. Therapist and UW-Eau Claire psychology instructor Tammy Bednar says that separation can have major emotional and financial impacts with ripple effects that spread even further.
I feel sad if I don't see her.
Helping kids understand is the goal of the new Sesame Street kit, Little Children, Big Challenges, Incarceration.
Your dad was incarcerated?
Yes, he was in prison. So I know how hard it can be, Alex.
Yeah, it is hard.
When you have a show like that kids are exposed to, they begin to get the message that, hey, wait a minute, not only am I not alone, but I can talk about this.
It encourages kids to express their feelings, to write letters, and draw pictures to stay in contact.
I wish Daddy could come with us, but this is where he has to be because he broke a law.
Some jails will allow inmates to be in the same room with family.
Others only through glass using a phone. Or only through video with visitors in another room at the jail. And one area county won't allow inmates to see their kids with their only contact over the phone.
The system doesn't allow for more connection. Ultimately, that disconnection is more damaging than anything.
Bednar says kids with parents in custody can have a hard time understanding the process.
They go through a sense of loss, abandonment. They might not understand, okay, why isn't Dad coming home? They might get that, oh, they did something wrong, but a 4-year-old, 5-year-old doesn't have a conceptual idea of what 3 months is in jail or what a year is in prison.
I think when I get bigger, she will get out.
It was really hard when he came down here because I remember he asked me, he said, Dad, did you kill somebody? And he kept on asking me that, and I just kept saying, you know, no, I didn't kill anybody.
PJ's birthday celebration didn't last long.
It's hard. It is. It's just worrying and stuff. Make sure, you know, they're all okay and stuff where they're at. Well, I know I gotta change because I do miss my kids.
Marcella was sentenced last month to spend the next 2 years in the Tachita prison in Fond du Lac.
It was mistakes that I made. I just gotta accept what's gonna happen and try to better myself.
Nice hat, too.
Although he doesn't have custody, Robert was released last week and has that chance to change for his child.
It's just an unreal feeling, you know. I'm just really happy to see him and can't wait to see him again.
Joe Nelson, WEAU 13 News.